Hey everyone, how are you? So, I don't know if you heard, in New York State officially legalized the abortion of children up until birth. That means full term, just a day before the mother actually gives birth, the mother could terminate this pregnancy. And the truth is, it doesn't matter which stage of the pregnancy, it just makes it much more abhorrent and repugnant to think about how a state or a country in 2019 could essentially legalize death. And this is something that should bother us, and it should boggle our minds and make us just abhorrently repulsed by the fact that this is cheered and this is viewed as an accomplishment and for women's rights. So I want to ask you a question. How many women in the world and how many men and families just are not able to have children, and they are spending tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars doing all types of tests and trying all these interventions in order to have a baby? And how many parents just can't have children and they're forced to adopt? And the adoption process in the US is really super hard. And so why don't we look at it in terms of, well, let's ease up on the adoption process. Let's figure what we could do to help parents that can't have children to at least be able to adopt these children who would be literally thrown away. I mean, it's just the imagery of this just made me so sick that I was thinking about it at night, thinking about how we could take a child really, like a baby, and just, no other words for it, just throw the baby away. I mean, it boggles the mind. And so not just for the state and for the women who are doing this, but for the medical practitioners that are forced to do this. So imagine a nurse or a doctor that's in this profession, and they take this baby and they just have to dispose of this baby, not allow this baby to live. I mean, it's just a crazy, crazy concept. And so I don't know what there is to do about it, but I just felt like we just need to at least make this known, because it's really not out there in the media, because what the media, I think, cares about is just politicizing things and taking sides and just making a big deal out of political agendas. But what about those politicians? Do they have any more rights than the little babies that are not yet born? Little babies that are not yet born, that, I'm sorry to say, like, their blood is screaming up to heaven and saying, why? Why don't we have a chance at life? Why did they throw us away and they didn't throw those politicians away? That's my question. And I don't know what there is to do about it, but I feel like, and I don't live in the United States anymore, but as a citizen of the US, I'm just absolutely repulsed by this. And if there is something to do, and if you guys think of something that there is to do, so then signing petitions, doing whatever we can, just reversing this horrible, horrible measure, which is essentially just a catastrophe. I mean, there's no other words for it. Anyways, may we all hear good news, and wishing you many blessings.